Hey, like Muhammad Ali says, the will got to be stronger than the skills. Today wasn't about skills. Today was about will strength. And I knew the type of fighter I was fighting. This guy's a triathlon athlete, for crying out loud. And if I was tired, I knew he was more tired because I worked very hard for this. He's never been 12 rounds before. So we knew we had to break him down. Body shots were hurting him. But this is what it's all about, fighting the best. This is the fight game. You know, this is what we signed for.
The boxing community was stunned tonight as news broke that Teofimo Lopez may be stepping away from professional boxing, following a decisive defeat to Shakur Stevenson at Madison Square Garden. What was anticipated as a career-defining performance instead became one of the most emotionally charged moments fans have witnessed in recent years. Shortly after the bout ended, Lopez revealed in a post-fight interview that he plans to take a break from the sport. The announcement came just hours after the fight, right in front of the thousands of fans in attendance. Struggling to maintain composure and visibly affected, his words immediately resonated across the combat sports world.
You can't tell me I'm not great. You cannot tell me I'm not the double greatest since Muhammad Ali. This is what I do. This is what I do best. Now, just to steer it up, I might retire after this. Retirement, man. I'm kind of tired.
Teofimo spoke openly and with full honesty, saying he poured everything into his training and into the fight itself, yet still came up short. He explained that continuing would only risk further harm to himself and those around him, declaring this bout as his final one. The arena audience and fans watching at home were taken completely by surprise by such a definitive statement from a former champion. Social media quickly exploded with reactions ranging from shock to sorrow and intense debate. To grasp why this moment hit so hard, it's important to examine the fight itself, where Shakur Stevenson showcased an extraordinary display of precision, control, and technical mastery.
What's millions if you could make hundreds?
Of millions?
Yeah.
You believe you can make hundreds of millions outside of boxing?
I believe so, yes, I do.
Well, I understand where you would get your confidence.
Right from the first bell, Stevenson asserted full control over the fight, dictating distance, tempo, and positioning with precision. His awareness and tactical intelligence continually disrupted Lopez's rhythm. Teofimo started aggressively, driving forward and landing heavy punches, executing the plan his team had laid out before the bout. Yet Shakur repeatedly evaded danger and responded with clean, precise counters that caught the judges' attention. By the fourth round, Lopez's posture and expressions revealed growing frustration, as every attempt to adjust was neutralized by Stevenson's calculated approach.
Oh, I'm very happy. The name of the game in boxing is hit and don't get hit. I'm a master of it. I didn't get hit, and I hit the guy more than he hit me, so it was a great performance for me. I'm happy with it.
Observers at ringside noted that Lopez's team repeatedly urged him to remain composed and not rush recklessly. The sixth round marked a pivotal moment when Stevenson launched a precise combination that shook Teofimo and forced him to retreat to the ropes defensively. The crowd erupted as Shakur pressed the action with intensity, showcasing the finishing instinct that some had questioned before. Lopez managed to endure, but the damage was evident, and his uncertainty about reversing the momentum was clear. The following rounds, 7 through 9, continued in the same vein, with Stevenson firmly in command and Lopez unable to find a consistent response.
Well, Shakur, congratulations. Biggest fight of your career. You come up with looked like the finest performance of your career. Was that the performance you were looking for?
Nah, I came in here to prove a point. It wasn't the performance I was looking for because I came in here trying to prove a point and I was trying to fight.
Every time Lopez attempted to mount an attack, Stevenson countered flawlessly with perfect timing, intelligent footwork, and precise counters that chipped away at both his scorecards and his confidence. A ringside analyst likened the display to a master chess player always thinking several moves ahead. By round 10, Teofimo made a last-ditch effort, throwing powerful combinations in an attempt to shift the momentum with a single decisive moment. Some punches landed and briefly energized the crowd, but Stevenson quickly regained control, responding with crisp, controlled combinations. The closing rounds were difficult for Lopez's fans to watch, as he showed signs of both mental and physical fatigue, while Shakur maintained composure and closed the fight on a commanding note.
My opponent was a hell of an opponent. He came here, he pushed me to another level. He made me make adjustments in there, he made me think a little bit. And I had to show y'all that I'm a dog too. Y'all keep saying that I'm a runner, I'm pillow fisted, so I kind of stood there in the pocket.
As the final bell sounded, it was evident to almost everyone in attendance who had controlled the fight, and Lopez's own face reflected that realization. When the judges' scorecards were revealed, Stevenson had earned a decisive victory, underscoring the level of his dominance. Shakur celebrated alongside his team, while Teofimo remained in his corner, quietly absorbing the weight of the defeat under the arena lights.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, it was a great performance, man. He came in with a game plan. He didn't let up.
Right after the fight, in-ring questions were brief and tense, with Lopez giving curt answers and clearly wanting to step away. Later, in a quieter setting with the media, he opened up more and the emotion became apparent. Still bearing the physical signs of the bout, he spoke candidly, acknowledging Stevenson's performance and admitting that Shakur had outboxed him. This rare display of humility caught many off guard, given Lopez's usual confident and outspoken demeanor, even in defeat.
But Teofimo Lopez said, listen, everyone knows I won this fight. 90% of the people here were cheering for Lopez coming in. They all booed him after he said that.
The discussion turned to his future. Lopez's voice took on a more serious tone. He recounted a lifetime dedicated to boxing, beginning at a young age and giving up personal time, relationships, and physical ease to pursue the sport. He reflected on years of punishing training camps and unrelenting expectations. While he had always believed in his ability to beat anyone at his peak, this fight confronted him with a harsher reality. For fans who had watched his rise, hearing him question his own limits was a striking and sobering moment.
So that didn't shock me. By the way, I don't think he was badly hurt with the first knockdown. I think what he was more hurt by was realizing this little motherfucker's coming out there and winning round after round, outlanding him. He knew by the middle of that fight he had to turn something around. And by the way, he gave it a little bit more early in the second half of the fight.
When questioned about whether his retirement remarks were made in the heat of the moment or meant to be permanent, particularly at just 27 years old, Lopez answered decisively. He confirmed that he is stepping away from competition, describing this fight as the final chapter of his career. He emphasized that his priorities now must center on family and safeguarding his long-term health. The room fell silent as reporters processed his statement, and even the interviewer appeared taken aback. Within minutes, the news circulated widely, sparking reactions across social media from fans around the globe.
If Tio is Gordo, and not just coming in trying to hammer damage, and blah, 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 if he's Gordo, you got something going. There's gonna be a lot of IQ up in there. Yo, I mean, which one of the two beat Loma? Which one of the two beat Josh Tate?
Many fans suggested Lopez's words came from the sting of defeat and believed he might come back once he had time to recover mentally. Others shared emotional messages, expressing gratitude for his career highlights if this truly marks the end. Discussions quickly erupted about whether his decision is final or just an immediate reaction to a punishing fight. Analysts and commentators also weighed in, recommending he take time to rest and reflect before committing to such a life-altering choice.
Teofimo Lopez, from a degree, he does have a high boxing IQ as well. He does. I mean, he was able to deal with Lomachenko. He was able to deal with Taylor and other guys. You know, he does possess a high boxing IQ. He has that explosiveness or that elite athleticism.
Veteran trainers and fight analysts weighed in, pointing out that a boxer at Lopez's age usually still has several prime years left. Yet, insiders familiar with him disclosed that retirement had been quietly considered before the fight, particularly if the result went against him. One source noted that he approached this training camp as a full commitment effort, mentally ready for the possibility of stepping away. This context hints that his announcement may stem from more than just the immediate loss. Lopez also referenced the cumulative physical toll from both his amateur and professional career as a key factor in his decision.
But I'm leaning towards Teofimo.
Okay.
Just because I like him. I like him more. He's a good friend of mine.
Okay. And then
Lopez revealed that he continues to experience persistent pain in his hands, back, and head, describing his body as feeling far older than his actual age. These are common struggles for fighters, yet few speak openly about them while still competing. With increasing attention on brain health and long-term injuries, younger athletes are reconsidering how long they should remain active in the sport. Lopez emphasized that prioritizing his well-being and being there for his son outweighs chasing belts and media attention, questioning whether championships are worth sacrificing precious family time.
He was the world champion. There is no comparison to Shakur's style and my son's style.
Yeah.
My son is more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He has more, how you call it? He has more, I don't know.
There's that it factor.
What you call it when you have a lot of
The atmosphere in the press area turned noticeably heavy, even impacting seasoned journalists. Lopez's father and longtime trainer were close by, visibly emotional, and opted to stay silent. Their dynamic has always been intense, influencing both his triumphs and challenging moments throughout his career. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson addressed the media with composure, expressing respect for Lopez's choice and commending his resilience. This display of sportsmanship stood in stark contrast to the heated tension before the fight and highlighted the mutual respect that exists between fighters.
My granddad is focused, I'm focused, we all locked in on the task, but Teofimo Sr. is nowhere to be found. Last night he was in the lobby, drugged out, head over heels.
I don't gotta worry about that. You focusing on me, B.
Right now,
yes, you is.
he's emotional.
Yes, you is.
That's why he acting
That's why you clowning, clown.
As the story spread, numerous fighters and boxing figures took to social media to commend Lopez for his courage and career accomplishments. Both past rivals and reigning champions acknowledged the mark he has left on the sport. Promoters and insiders advised caution, noting that retirement announcements made immediately after tough defeats are often reconsidered once emotions settle.
He said he's the last fight with ESPN. Well, he's in no position to say that because Top Rank has an exclusive deal with ESPN, and he'll fight with whatever network we want to put the fight on.
The boxing world has witnessed numerous instances where athletes declared retirement in the heat of frustration, only to make a comeback later. Yet, many analysts feel this case carries a unique weight given Lopez's raw emotion and the sincerity of his statement. Conversations are already underway about how his legacy will be remembered if this truly marks his final fight. His career features significant victories over elite competitors and moments that showcased his explosive star-caliber ability.
He's still the WBC lose for him.
Meanwhile, inconsistency and fluctuating focus prevented Lopez from fully realizing the potential many expected of him. Should he actually retire at this point, the sport loses a remarkably gifted but volatile fighter whose ceiling was never fully reached. The coming weeks will be crucial as he takes time to heal, reflect, and determine if this decision is permanent. For now, fans in the boxing community remain attentive, watching to see whether this marks a true farewell or another chapter in his unpredictable career. Keep following for verified updates and ongoing coverage of the sport's major developments.